Hey everybody, Dimitri here at Serg Supply. We are outside today and I'm standing next to a customer's DIY van build. Really excited to show you the full build walkthrough. Let's dive right in. All right, so please excuse the background noise. We're outside of the shop, cars are passing back and forth, but the reason I'm excited about this video and the reason it's a little unique is this is not actually one of our vans. This is a DIY build using our products. We did install some components. We're gonna go and take a deeper look into the stuff we installed and some of the stuff either he put together or other companies fabricated. Without further ado, let's start with the floor. Okay, so if you haven't already noticed, this is a Promaster, a Ram Promaster 136 wheelbase. It's a bit of a rare vehicle. We don't see them a lot, but I'm really excited that it's here because it'll show a lot of you prospective Promaster buyers what you can achieve with a Promaster. I'm gonna dig right into this floor here. This is a Serg Supply floor with a little bit of a twist. It's our standard 3/4 inch solid sub-base layer. It's a load-bearing layer. He opted not to do the insulation frame to keep the height as usable as possible. And on top of this, instead of a lawn seal, we have a nice carpeted layer that was glued on. Now you may notice that we have L-Track integrated. This is something we did. It's not something we offer as standard, but we do offer it in our installation facilities. And the way we do it is by CNCing a 1/2 inch deep groove, putting the L-Track over the top of it. And we actually riv nut this L-Track to the frame of the vehicle. And if you're gonna put L-Track in any of these areas where there's a gap between the bottom of the floor and where the metal of the rib section is, we insert these aluminum standoffs in there. I think the gap is about 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8. Don't quote me on that. Measure it and check it for yourself if that's what you're going to do. But the L-Track is really neat because he actually has an EcoFlow portable power system, a portable shower system, and all kinds of other goodies that he's strapping down here. So if you're looking to pull down cargo or some of your other goods, L-Track is the way to go. All right, so we're inside the van. I apologize for the lighting. It's a little dim in here. Let me talk a little bit about the core parts that we installed. Now, we already talked about the floors. We did put that in, but the walls and ceiling are also our products. Walls will be the first thing I go with. This is just our standard wall panel kit with Meranti as the chosen material. And what we did was we put Meranti, layer of Landau foam, and then the Marathon Heather Gray on top of that. Now, you'll notice it looks a little different, a little unique. It's an easy trick we like to do here in the shop, and that's upholstering the metal beams. This is actually quite simple. We take that same Landau Heather Gray layer, and we'll put a strip up the beams vertically and horizontally, and we let a little bit of an overhang, about 3 inches on the left and the right. We don't even bother cutting or trimming them up. All we do is put the panels over the top of it. When you shoot those in place, it'll pull everything right in, and you have this nice, beautiful, finished look. Now, the ceiling is a little different. This is not our standard ceiling kit. We usually do a slatted ceiling. The reason we did the 1/4 inch ceiling here was because we wanted to save headroom. He doesn't have the puck lights installed. About the only thing that is shared between our standard ceiling kit and this kit is the shape of it. 1/4 inch is a cool option for ceiling kits, but we ended up doing 1/2 inch for most of our kits because we go straight into furring strips that riv nut into the beams. We don't have that kind of allowance for this customer. His name's Bob, actually. Shout out to Bob. Thanks for letting us film in your van. But for that reason, we went with 1/4 inch. It's shooting straight into the beams here, and we have mounted a few goodies to it. Let's talk about some of the cabinetry and soft goods in this van. Figured I could take the sunglasses off for this take. I'm standing next to an Adventure Wagon soft bag. Now, we are brand agnostic here at Serg Supply. We love putting other people's stuff here. You'll notice we've got a timber kitchen unit, we've got an Adventure Wagon soft bag, and we've got a DIY bed that Bob put together himself. We'll go into that in a little bit, but the main thing to go over with these soft bags is mounting. How do you mount soft bags inside of a Serg Supply kit? Well, it's simple. We quite literally just buy single strip L-Track sections or L-Track pucks. We put the bags up where we want them, mark it with the Sharpie, put the pucks in, and then you're kind of good to go. I'm a big fan of the soft bags. We've got them in the front and the rear. We install these regularly in a lot of our own builds and customer builds. So if you're looking for something a little less harsh, you're worried about bumping your head perhaps, or you just want a little bit more of a versatile storage style, soft bags between Adventure Wagon and Vandermoon are the way to go. The next item I'm sitting next to is actually a kitchen unit from a company called Timber, formerly Titan Vans. Now this shows up disassembled. It's a DIY product. Bob put it together himself and installed it, and he put a nice finish on this. It looks like some kind of a varnish or a urethane. It looks really beautiful, to be honest. This is a 3/4 load-bearing Baltic birch. Pretty easy to assemble. It's about as good as it gets as far as DIY if you're looking for something you want to put together yourself. Now, he did his own slab, he did his own backsplash. He also has a jerry can style water system under here with fresh and gray that just plumbs right in. And I believe that when you get this from Timber, it has kind of cutouts for those cans to fall right in. It's really easy to put in, simple, clean. And my right hand is actually sitting on top of this, what looks like a Dometic CFX style cooler. This thing's ready to go. You don't need to trim it out or build a cabinet around it. You can just sit on it and it's ready to use right out of the box. All right, and one of the other things I want to talk about is actually this bed system. I didn't build this bed, but it is absolutely beautiful. Bob put this together himself, and the way he did it was using a local ironworker, I believe, or metal fabricator, and there's kind of aluminum angle. Actually, the sides here are steel, but the support braces that are underneath, they're really hard to see. It's just aluminum bar that's sitting. It's a U-shaped aluminum bar. It supports this bed frame. It looks like he used some nice birch for the outer parts of the bed frame. He finished it with the urethane. He's got a mattress on top. This is a very comfortable, very cozy setup for sleeping. I'm a big fan of it. And he's got this very neat pull-out storage tray here. It has the pieces put away over there, but it actually has a lid that pops on top of this that serves as an eating area, so he can sit here and eat. This is a very unique design. I want to reiterate, I did not make this. We don't manufacture anything like this, but the point of this video is to show what we intended for here at Serg Supply, for DIYers to be able to make their own thing, to build your dream van and pull together different products from different companies that work for you. Again, we're kind of brand agnostic. We love putting in what works for people. We're not necessarily always trying to push our own stuff. So this van, this 136, is the epitome of a perfect DIY build. It looks clean. It's just as beautiful in person as it looks on video. A lot of this he did on his own. The only parts we were really involved in at all were mounting the floors, walls, ceilings, and soft bags. Just about everything else is DIY. Now, we're going to look at one other thing. We're going to go in the back and check out the power system, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, so I apologize. The lighting has probably washed out the power system, but on the L-Track, we have an EcoFlow Delta power system here with their new EcoFlow charger, the 800-watt charger. I'm actually going to pop in and show you how we wired that thing. There's really not much to say about the portable power system. They're pretty cut and dry, and all of the plugs that came with the unit are what we use to integrate the shore power, the alternator charging, the solar. But let's go pop in the front. We pulled off the cover plate for the battery panel. I want to show you how we got this thing together, give you some tips and tricks. All right, a little bit of a close-up here, but I wanted to show you the guts of the works. I'll get some close-up shots, some B-roll, so you can really see what we did here. But I just wanted to make a quick note on the EcoFlow 800-watt charger, how we install it, general safe practice. Inside here, we have our positive lead going directly to the hot terminal, and we're running that lead through here under the plastic covers out to the side of that Timber kitchen unit. Now, one thing I want to mention, I don't want to get a lot of flack for this, but general good practice is do a little bit of math. I took 800 watts, divided it by 12 volts, and that gives you something about 66.6 amps, if I'm not mistaken. Now, they give you a slow blow 125 amp fuse with the kit. We throw those out immediately. Our standard practice is to put a 70 amp breaker instead. I'm no electrician, I'm no mathematician, but 125 amp fuse on a 66 amp current is a little sketchy. So that's just what we do. We also never run it at 800 watts, We dial it back to 600 watts and just leave that as a standard option. It's more than enough to charge that Delta Pro and also charge just about every appliance he has in the van. So if you're installing the quick charger with the Promaster, it's actually really easy to do. You probably do it in an hour or less. Just try to follow safe practice, and if you're not sure, get in touch with an electrician and ask the right questions. All right, guys, there you have it. Sorry for the background noise. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on, but I'm really excited that we had a chance to get this van here. If you're a Promaster owner, it's already hard enough to find kits and cabinets that fit your van. If you're a Promaster 136 owner, it's even tougher, but lucky for you, there's a lot of stuff out there. We do have floor, ceilings, wall kits for this vehicle, and plenty of other companies like Timber, Adventure Van, Vandermoon, you name it, they all carry products for this vehicle. So you're in luck. If you like this video, please hit the like button. You can follow, subscribe to us if you want more content like this. If you have any questions or comments about this build or just general questions, leave something in the comments below. We'll get back to you guys as quick as we can. So as always, thanks again for watching this video, and happy building.